the judge.
For Judge Kermit, please sit in your seats, as the trial will begin shortly. The accused, Schlug, and the prosecutor, Taco, under crimes of being an alleged furry. Now, we will start off with the prosecution. Please bring up your first witness and/or testimony.
I bring Nadia to the stand.
Oh no.
I'm trying to calibrate. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
Wait a minute, Cormit, you forgot to do opening statements. You forgot to do opening statements.
I'm sorry, this is my first time being a judge, and yeah.
It's not my first time in the courtroom either, so don't worry. Don't worry, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
We're gonna start out by getting some opening statements here. First, we're gonna get the prosecution, then we'll get the defense. Taco, you guys need a few minutes to prepare your opening statements. You may go ahead and take them. If not, come up to the stand.
All right, well, I'm waiting for my witness, Kraken or Nadia, to come up into this. Right, so he's a fucking furry.
Man, bring
I am not a fucking furry!
I need him.
Your Honor, we would like to begin by stating that that man is not a furry. He might be loud as fuck, but he's not a furry.
So as of right now, all I have to go off of is claimably, Taco thinks that Slug is a furry, and you claim he's not. What other materials of evidence do you have to come forward, Taco? Flash Bubbles, please take the stand. Now put your right hand on the Book of Green, and please, by God, swear in the green, in the name of Kermit, in the name of Green, that you tell no lies, and that you tell only truths in the name of the Green.
In the name of the green, I do.
Do you? In the name of the Green. Thank you.
In the name of the green. For the green.
All right, so Flash Bubbles, I don't know how to really throw this down to you, but how long have you been friends with Schlug here?
Over a year now.
Over a year? Okay, good, good. Where was he last week when you guys were hanging out at the Void? That's okay if you don't remember. If you don't remember. He disappeared? Did he really? Okay. So I have some shocking evidence for you, sir. I believe I know where he was when he suspiciously teleported away from the Void. Would you like to know where?
Oh, do tell, do tell. Give us all on the edge of our seat.
Photographic evidence that this man was caught in the fur lounge with a bunch of feline.
Hand me Exhibit A. Hand me Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, sir.
Alrighty. So, as of so far, all I can see is a photo of many dogs. Where is Schlug in this picture?
He will be in the back of the printer right there, sir. We also have criminal records of him starting a cat fight with dogs in the fur lounge. That's where we caught him and arrested him.
Your Honor,
Would the defense like to cross-examine this evidence?
Yes,
Exhibit B.
Your Honor, we might need some help. We cannot hold things. We are on desktop. We might need somebody to hold that up so we can take a look at that.
I'll hold it for you. I'll hold it for you. There you
Thank
go.
You can have the prosecution help you out.
Thank you, prosecution. Say again, Your Honor. You had a command for us?
I said if you would like to cross-examine this evidence on Exhibit A, you are very well allowed to. You may take it back to your table, show it to your defendant.
Dude, this isn't me. That isn't me. I mean, look at that.
Look at that. It's a printer. Where are you?
I'm nowhere in this. In fact,
I also have Exhibit C, which I'll be right back, of the person who was beaten to a pulp by this man.
Exhibit C.
The Exhibit C. We had to give him a lot of money for this. I'm sorry to say, he was doing a sweepstakes.
Oh my God!
As you can see, he was still wearing his fursuit at the time at the fur lounge when this man brutally attempted murder at this man here.
that asshole came onto me!
Order! Order!
Quiet,
Court,
quiet,
I will not have this heresy. Settle down now. Let me see this.
Here you go, sir.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord, you say this is him?
Do something.
Hold up, Nate. Hold up. You say that this man in the photo was the one beaten to a pulp by us here, Schlug, correct?
Yes.
This man here in said photo is a furry, correct?
Correct.
Would that not plead in the other direction that Schlug may hate furries and so is committing a hate crime against them to be beating this one up?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Quiet, you! I'm doing the talking here.
Would the defense like to cross-examine this piece of evidence?
We would like to cross-examine the witness.
Prosecution, you may have a seat while the defense has their speak with the witness. You may also take your evidence.
Sure thing.
Here, take this too, asshole.
Flash, mind if I call you Flash?
Yes, that's fine.
So, Flash, you said that Schlug disappeared last Friday night.
I believe so, yeah. That was also really fucked up.
Your Honor, I would like to make it known that the witness, in fact, may have been intoxicated at the time or at the moment of which the incident occurred. Therefore, I'd like to throw out this witness.
I will have to negotiate with one moment.
I shall step away.
Under new circumstantial evidence, we will be taking a 5-minute intercoursal break, and I will be slowly chatting with my other backhand judge over here on the right side. And when we will be right back with you once a decision has been made whether or not we are going to release this witness.
Oh my
Please, everyone, take your seats. A verdict has been reached as whether or not we are going to release the witness. Please take your seat again, Flash. As I have not revealed yet, below I am going to reveal now. We have in the courtroom with us the Supreme Concierge Judge Zolo, who I have been conferring with in my old room. And he has given me supreme wisdom and has told me that we are going to release Flash Bubbles from this case due to his intoxication.
Yes.
Flash, you may either take your seat or leave the courtroom. Now, to continue the proceedings, does the prosecution have any more evidence to bring forth?
I do have a surprise witness to the stand if you allow that. That would be okay.
Alrighty. Then I will have the
I call-
prosecution bring their second witness to the stand.
Second witness will be Nadia.
This Bible right here.
So call Nadia to the stand.
Please do not
Left hand,
manhandle
right hand.
Bible. We do only have one. Swear solemnly in the power of the green vested in you, the power in the god Kermit, and everything green, that you will not lie in the face of the green and tell nothing but the truth. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty. You may take a seat.
For the green. For the green.
Right.
Anyways, so how long have you known
Who the
Schlug?
hell am I?
Personally?
I have known Slews since
Mhm.
FF
supposed to have the gun.
kind of started,
Oh, yeah.
so
How many years
I
would that
want
be?
to. I think it's been a year now. A year.
Okay, all right.
A year.
Same amount of years from the first witness. Yeah, all
A
right.
good healthy year.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Do you remember? Do you remember the time that you met Schlug at the Femboy Hooters?
Fanboy Hooters. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot recall. I remember.
Mind
know.
you, you're on. Mind you, you must tell the truth and
Uh-huh.
nothing but the truth.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay. We do
Okay.
have photographic evidence. It's Exhibit D of Schlug being at Femboy Hooters at the time of their meeting.
Please hand up Exhibit C. Exhibit C. Well, I actually do see in this photo Flash Bubbles represented in the background, one witness that we already released for being intoxicated. We also have someone else in the courtroom today. Who would that be?
Thank you.
Right to the
Thank
left
you.
of Mr. Flash Bubbles.
It would be your boyfriend, wouldn't it? in this photo?
I would like to please ask Nadia to take her seat, and we are going to call Kraken to the stage as of right now.
Alrighty,
For
thank you.
further questioning based on this current evidence. Kraken, please place your right bicep on this Bible or your right pec, whichever suits you better. And please tell me, do you solemnly swear by the green, the power, and the god Kermit, and everything vested in yourself to tell nothing but the truth in the light of the green, or by God smite you? Do you?
I solemnly swear.
Thank you. For the green. For the green.
For the green. For the green. For the green.
Now, Kraken, how long have you known Joe?
I've known Joe for a little over a year now.
Okay, so about the same amount of time as Nadia and everything, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at the time of the meeting at Femboy Hooters, and I also know that you two have been fans of his fan fiction because he is a writer, of course, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember exactly what you guys were talking about on that day?
Well, we were at Femboy's Shooter just to get a little fucked up, get some wings.
Right.
You know, so we were a little grabby that day. I ain't gonna lie. There might have been a cat boy at the
This is for you, monkey.
restaurant.
Okay. All right. All right. The final piece of evidence, everyone, it would be Shuji's or Joe's fan fiction that he had created for years to come. It says,
Please,
plus-
prosecution, hold up on Exhibit D
Sure.
for one more moment. First, I am
Sure thing.
going to ask, do you have any more questions to give this witness?
No questions.
Defense, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Shut up.
So, Kraken,
Yes.
where exactly was this Femboy Hooters?
Where was it?
Yes.
It was on the end of the street, actually.
Okay,
The one
okay.
right down there.
Now, Kraken, level with me here for a second. Do you watch anime?
Yes.
Do you know what a cat girl is?
Yes.
Would it be safe to say that maybe Joe isn't a furry, but he might be into something else? Something along a similar line, such as cat girls, which do appear most commonly
Possibly,
in
but
anime.
We were at Femboy's Shooter.
Are cat girls not common in anime, sir?
Are cat girls a denomination of furries? Do we have a researcher in the courtroom here today who can look up for us quickly whether this denomination is true?
Your Honor, I have picked it up previously, if you may. And
The Supreme Concierge says there is a fine line between cat girls and furries, though. We may need to consult over this.
Listen closely. If it has ears and a tail, it's a cat girl. If it has fur anywhere else, it's a furry. That is all.
Alright. It sounds like the Supreme Concierge has determined the verdict, and cat girls are not furries.
No further questions,
continue.
Your Honor. No
Defense.
further questions, Your Honor.
Alrighty. Kraken, you may take your seat. And I am going to call up Nadia to the stand. May I just hear you say for the green one time for me?
Oh snap! I'm discombobulated, but for the green.
For the green, for the green.
For the green. For the green.
Oh no. Okay.
Alrighty. Now, I would like to ask you, Nadia, whether you can back up the statements last said by the witness Kraken being so close to him as you are.
Okay, Your Honor.
Was Kraken there the night of Femboy Hooters? Is this Kraken depicted in that picture?
That is him, but in my defense, Your Honor, I didn't know he was there that day. I didn't know he was interested in. I didn't know he went to Femboy Hooters. So this is a shock to me, Your Honor.
Alrighty, I've heard your statement. It sounds like you do not know anything that has happened or anything involved, and he did this on his own accord. Am I correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Alrighty. Does the defense or prosecutions have any more questions for our witness?
Now, at the time that you met up with Joe, oh, sorry about that. At the time that you met up with Joe,
It doesn't matter.
that doesn't matter to me. You're a furry. Anyways, so
Objection, Your Honor.
you met up with him.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecutor does not have the right to speak directly to my client unless he is called to the stand. I would like for that to be noted.
Speak up, Buckshot.
Like I said,
Overruled. Overruled.
Overruled. Overruled.
Alright.
You're not the judge, he's the judge.
Anyways, Nadia, at the time of the meeting, no, now can you confirm that you are a fan of his fan fiction, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at the time of the meeting, while you guys were, what were you doing exactly at the time of the meeting? Were you eating? Were you?
Yes, I remember having a Heineken, a cold Heineken, and some nachos, and reading by my lonesome.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that you wanted him as a friend to sign the book. The book clearly stated and written by Joe that says "Furry plus Brony Life Forever." Is that the correct title? Okay.
That's
Now, and in lights to that, would you not say that a man who proclaims that it is not a furry would all of a sudden write a book about said furries?
You do make an interesting point. May I see Exhibit D?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Nadia, please continue with your statement as I examine this evidence.
Let me see that evidence.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
Prosecution, I have one question for you.
Yes.
Where on this documentation does it read that Schlug is an accredited author?
It says it right at the very back of the book, Your Honor.
Let me open this and flip through real quick.
Here, let me get a look at this. Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's oh, my bad.
Ah,
Name,
it does say here. Joe, aka Schlug, accredited author, and avid fanfic writer.
No further questions. Thank you, Nadia, for answering this question.
Nadia, do you have any further questions for our witness defense?
I do, Your Honor. So, Nadia, you said...
yes.
I have no clue what that was, but you said that you had a Heineken that night.
Correct.
Please make it noted, Your Honor, that Nadia, in fact, may have been intoxicated at the time of the incident and the occurrence.
Overruled, Nate, because Nadia already had said at the start that she had no idea that Kraken nor Schlug were going to Femboy Hooters, nor their actions. She already discredited herself from that blame. She will be remaining as a witness.
Okay. Now...
Any further questions, defense?
No, Your Honor.
Now, we have reached over the halfway point of this trial. We are going to take another 5-minute recess. I am going to confer with the Supreme about the information we've been given as of now. And you guys may gather any more evidence you may have, as our closing statements will be brought up.
Your Honor, the defense has not been allowed to call a witness yet.
Afterwards.
Thank you.
We are halfway point. We are at the halfway point. You guys will get to bring up your witnesses. You guys will get to speak. And then afterwards, we will have our closing statements.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yay!
Have our 5-minute recess. You're at the halfway point. Everyone, take your seat as we are about to begin the next part of this court session. We're past the halfway point. We have heard all of the prosecution. The prosecution has brought up their witnesses and their evidence. Now we will hear the defense. So, may the defense bring up their first witness and/or evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. We would like to call to the stand JoeScoutK9.
Now, please place your right hand on that Bible. Now, do you solemnly swear by all that there is green, by the power vested in thee, by the power vested in the green, and by the power of the holy Kermit God, that you will say nothing but the truth in said sight and presence of the green? Do you?
I do by honor of the green.
Thank you. You may put your hand off of the Bible.
For the green.
Continue, defense.
So, Joe, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Are you a furry?
No, I am a brony.
Now, bronies have been called things before, but what exactly is a brony in your words?
A brony, in my own words, is specifically a fan of the show My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and usually when it comes to their original character, or OC, they are not anthropomorphic, but instead on all fours. I don't know the scientific word for on all fours.
A quadruped.
My OC... A quadruped, thank you. My OC for the brony fandom, however, is not a pony, but a dog. But that dog is not anthropomorphized. He is quadrupedal. Thank you. Quadruped. He is a quadruped.
Quadrupedal.
So therefore, I cannot be a furry.
Now, Joe, I've got to ask. And this will play into something in a moment. Does this turn you on at all?
Oh God! Oh God! Order in the court! Order in the court! Order in the court!
Sorry for me, son.
Order in the court!
Gotta get it.
Ah, turn it off! What the hell?
Now,
Can't get up.
okay. So, in light of that, would you have tapped that?
Not if there was a gun to my head.
Now, you see, ladies and gentlemen, if he says that he is not a furry, he is not a furry. And if he wouldn't tap that, he's not a furry. No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution have any cross-references or questions to ask the witness on stand?
Do I ever? Now, it was stated before that you said your persona was a four-legged being.
He is not a persona!
Now, hold on. To the definition of persona, would it not have to be a quadruped and or bipedal? It can be either or of the matter.
I do believe this information is correct. A persona can be bipedal or quadrupedal. Either may go. Now, though, bronies, on the other hand, what would you call your quote-unquote persona, as he is calling it?
He's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the classification for it? Do you call it yourself a persona?
No, I do not. I call it C.
He said an OC, Your
I call
Honor.
that delusion. I make a
I said
statement by
OC,
saying
I
that
said
it's
OC.
delusional.
Objection, Your Honor. This witness was determined fit to stand trial. Therefore, he cannot be delusional. Otherwise, he wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Passed. I am sorry, prosecution. Now, there is a difference between an OC and a persona. There is a difference between cat girls and furries, and there is a difference between bronies and furries. We have made that distinction. Though, we have yet to determine which of the following Joe's category fits into.
He has just thrown an offensive gesture to me.
This man is one of the green. He is one of my following. This judge, this jury was already biased. You are only making it more so.
Your Honor, if I may, I serve faithfully for the Green. I am one of your loyal guardians of the Green. You know me. I am your loyal Lord Commander of the Guard. I have defended the Green, and I shall continue
this is
to defend
true.
the Green.
Your Honor.
This
Your
is
Honor.
very.
This is very, very true.
But Your
may I add a
Honor,
point?
this has nothing to do with the.
Yes, you may.
He uses Ace of Spades in Destiny 2, therefore, I don't think he loyally follows us.
That is a fair point as well.
Sir, how dare.
That is a gravitating point against you.
Now, Joe, mind me remind you, what exactly is a brony again? If you might want to, you could repeat that, please.
A brony is a follower of the TV show My Little Pony.
Correct. The off-brand to that, on the other hand, has shown more anthro-like characters.
Objection, Your Honor. We do not speak for the artist of the fandom, but that is leading.
That is not.
Overruled. Continue.
But I
Whisper in my ear.
believe that could possibly be considered a furry in that term, for it being two-legged, correct?
Though we have already established a difference between bronies and furries.
Yes.
We have already established that Schlug is a brony. We are trying to determine whether or not he is also a furry. I feel like this is unrelated.
No, Your Honor, it is not unrelated. As you can see for the evidence of the off-brand, the bipedal creatures are indeed furry-like, which would strengthen the statement of saying that he is a furry.
Though bronies are furry-like, and he was caught at Femboy Hooters with cat girls, and cat girls are furry-like, that does not mean he is a furry. It may mean he is borderline. It may mean he's thinking.
Shush
Please
you.
shut the fuck up when I am talking, or I will kick you out of this courtroom. Now you've made me lose my train of thought here.
I'm sorry, you want
As you
it.
can see from the
Please continue with your former statement, Schlug.
As I was saying, I'd like to go back onto that femboy thing and say I was actually forced to go there by Kraken.
Now, though, does the defense or prosecution have any more questions for Schlug before I call up Kraken to the stand to confirm or deny this new evidence?
Never mind.
Kraken will only come back up for one question, and that is to relay whether or not this information is correct. Kraken, please take your seat. You have already sworn on the Book of Green, though may I hear you say, for the Green, one more time for me.
For the Green.
For the Green.
For the green.
Now, as you already know, why you have been called up here is to confirm or deny the previous statement. Now, as said, do you confirm or deny forcefully taking Schlug to the Fembor Hooters, or was it on his own accord?
It was on his own accord. I suggested Buffalo Wild Wings.
Defense, prosecution?
Those wings give me the shits!
In light of that recent
Any
information,
words, any questions?
I could ask another question to him.
go ahead.
You may ask one question.
Okay. All right. The final question is a very simple one. As you know, the book, I'm sure you've read it. Furry plus brony equals love. How would you describe the book in your own words?
Very sexual on the
Arousing.
side. Yes, very arousing.
Ask if
but
that is
more
my
so
signature.
the
Check and see if it's my
furry
signature, my
side.
true
There's a lot
signature.
The furry side.
About the furries than the bronies.
So you say,
There.
okay, all right. All right. Well, I believe that solidifies anything of what I was going to ask in the first place. No further questions?
Your Honor, we would like to see Exhibit E. We would like to see Exhibit E.
The book?
Yes, the book. Please open to the back
Okay,
page.
I'll hold it for you.
Please open to the back page. I don't see his signature.
We already confirmed that with the judge.
I did already
Is that
confirm
my
that there was a
signature?
signature.
We would like to call in
Yes, we
contempt.
already
We would like to
confirmed
call into contempt that that is actually Joe's signature.
Your
Also-
Honor, I don't know what's going on, but I believe your defense is going through a kangaroo court at this point. I don't understand. We've already confirmed that it was his signature, and you've already confirmed it with the Supreme Court. And the bailiff.
We would like to have a signature test performed on this book compared to Joe's signature, Your Honor. Now take the book from me.
That can be done.
Thank you.
Now, while we do this signature check, we will be taking Schlug into the back room as well as this evidence, and we will be comparing. We're going to take one more 5-minute recess. Everyone, come back. Order in the court! Order in the court, everyone. Please take your places. Please take your seats. Greetings. As you have missed the first 30 seconds because you were fucking late after I hit the gravel, should be in here. As light of new evidence, we think the evidence has been tampered with. The signature in here seems to have been drawn onto, and it closely resembles that of our defendant, though we think that either the defense or prosecution has scribbled on this.
Your Honor,
during
we
the
would like to
trial.
make it known that that was the prosecution's evidence.
Though, I did hand this evidence to the defense.
Your Honor, I do
Clearly
not have
hesitation
hands.
to
How
lie.
could I... Your Honor, I do not have hands. How could I do that?
And you and I have been in the same room together. When could I have done it?
There's a correction. He still has claws.
I think we are going to take this evidence, and we are going to put this evidence away. We are not going to use it because it is tampered. It is froggery.
Froggery?
Forgery? Froggery.
Froggery.
Fucking froggery.
Froggery.
Now, defense, do you have another witness to call to the stand or any more evidence?
No, Your Honor. We do not have another witness, but we believe that should be the end of our trial, shall lead to closing statements. Am I correct in saying that?
Alrighty, and we will lead to our closing statements. The defense and the prosecution will both prepare their statements. We'll have one more 5-minute recess, and when you are both ready, we will reconvene.
Now, as you can see, the evidence might have been tampered either by defense or who knows at this point. But the words still stand that this man had assaulted and harassed somebody of a fursuit and has proclaimed that he has nothing to do with the association of anthro creatures, but is in the fandom that has said anthro creatures. That is my statement.
Joe is not a furry. He said it himself. But in terms of the question, is my client, JoeScoutK9, a furry? Or he is not. He said it. But therefore, it brings up another question. Is anything not a furry? I mean, I sit in a room with frogs, neckos, and a soldier. This court should be held in contempt for being hypocritical and perjurous. We have furries with a skewed vision of my client telling us that he is a furry. The prosecution calls my client a furry. They're all furries themselves and have a strong disliking, a vendetta against my client. And have done this out of spite, not for him not being a furry. If he wouldn't smash, he is not a furry. You think you know him, but it turns out you don't. Thank you.
Alrighty, we have heard the closing statements from the defense and the prosecution. Now, we will leave the verdict up to the jury, and the jury for today is going to be the only people in this room who have not contributed so far, and that will be Sir Dippy, Amateur Lover, and Monkey Soto will be our jury for today. and our deciding factor. Now, I will take the jury into the back room to deliberate, and in a few minutes, we'll be back with the results. Everyone, please take your seat. Everyone, please take your seat. Alrighty, court is back in session. The jury have deliberated and they have come to a verdict, and we shall hear the verdict. Jury, over this overwhelming amount of evidence, we are here today to decide whether or not that Joe Scout, aka Schlug, is a furry, whether he is or not. We have set the decision up to you, and is he guilty of these crimes against humanity, or is he not?
Your Honor, me and my fellow jurors here have decided that Mr. Sludge here is guilty of all charges.
Slug is a furry. The vote has been decided. Court has come to the end of its session. You'll be serving a total of 69 years in a max penitentiary.